Can a genius survive love? Can a muse save, and at the same time, condemn the artist she inspires? Salvador Dalí was Dalí, because of a woman. But he was also her prisoner. Her name was Gala. This is the story of a love that was a refuge, a business, and perhaps, a curse. Behind every masterpiece, there's a secret, a hidden thread that connects the artist's soul to the canvas. Welcome to the Inner Code, where we reveal the untold stories of art. If you love uncovering the hidden stories behind great art, subscribe and join me on this journey. Before Gala, Dalí was eccentric, brilliant, and deeply insecure. An artist overwhelmed by his imagination, yet lost in his own labyrinth. Young Dalí needed more than a muse, he needed a lighthouse. And that lighthouse appeared in 1929. Her name was Elena Ivanovna Diakonova. But the world would come to know her simply as Gala. She was 10 years older than him. She came from the surrealist circles of Paris, once married to poet Paul Éluard. But in Dalí, she didn't find a man. She found a frightened child. And in her, Dalí found more than love. He found a symbolic mother, a guide, a protector. From the very first moment, Dalí knew. I love her more than I love my own mother. Gala was everything. Muse, lover, mother, wife, manager, the owner of his life. She managed his finances, negotiated with art dealers, shielded him from the world, and sometimes, even from himself. In Dalí's paintings, Gala appears as a goddess, a virgin, a queen. She's in Atomic Leda. She's in Galatea of the Spheres. She's in the Madonna of Port Liget. She was no fleeting inspiration. She was the center, the engine, the intimate universe of the artist. But love came at a cost. While Dalí was obsessed with Gala, she pursued other lovers, secret affairs, luxuries, and indulgences. Dalí knew. He accepted it. In his mind, Gala existed beyond the ordinary rules of love. To Dalí, Gala was more than a woman. She was a symbol. She was Gala the Eternal. Over time, their relationship grew stranger. Dalí needed Gala's presence to paint, to speak, to exist. And Gala, colder and more distant, began to manage him like a product. She signed contracts without his knowledge, sold paintings without telling him, took commissions, threw lavish parties, and vanished for days. As Dalí aged, Gala became both a myth and a shadow. She retreated to a castle Dalí had bought for her, and visited him only when she chose to. Dalí, the genius of surrealism, the painter of melting clocks, the provocateur, was, in private, a fragile man. Lonely, clinging to a woman who, perhaps, no longer loved him. Without Gala, I am nothing, he often said. Gala was the angel who saved him, and the demon who consumed him. Without her, Dalí might have remained a scattered, chaotic genius, perhaps forgotten. With her, he became Salvador Dalí, the artist, the persona, the myth. But the price was steep. Love, in this case, was not a refuge. It was a need, a dependence. Gala died in 1982. Dalí lived for 7 more years. 7 years of silence, loneliness, and illness. 7 years waiting for something that would never return. In every painting where we see Gala, we see more than a face. We see an obsession, a prayer, the loneliness of a man who loved too much. Dalí loved Gala with the devotion of a child. And the desperation of an old man. Perhaps that's why his clocks melt. Because time, with Gala, was never normal. It was time suspended between art and wound. Maybe this is how geniuses love. With everything. Without limits. Without escape. Was Gala Dalí's salvation, or his downfall? Let me know in the comments. Can a genius truly survive love? Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, leave a like and subscribe. Together, we'll keep exploring the art the world tends to forget.